Hey guys, and welcome. In today's video I want to show you a super powerful tool to absolutely maximize the keyword SEO in your Amazon listing. If you've put all that effort into finding a great product during your product research, sourcing it, paying out all that money, it makes sense to ensure that Amazon listing and backend keywords are optimized as possible to ensure people find the product. This tool is called Scribbles by Helium 10, and it's actually part of a whole suite, and they are all really powerful tools for your Amazon FBA. So if you've ever created a listing in your Amazon Seller Central, you'll notice this looks very similar with the exception of this list over here on the left hand side. And this is your list of keywords that you're going to want to optimize. If you don't yet have your keywords, Helium 10 also has other tools over here which is going to allow you to find keywords. It's going to allow you to do reverse ASIN lookups, which basically means you can go in, find your top competitor and then download their keywords. It really is powerful. But as you can see in this example, I already have them. What this tool allows you to do is to write your Amazon listing, ensuring you maximize every single word and every single character you use. And it makes sure that you don't double up on any of the words. I'll show you in a second how it does that. But also it makes sure that you're not missing any of those words either. So for example, the unused keywords is an entire list of them. And let's just say for example, duffel bag. So if I type in DUFFLE, you will see it disappeared from here and it went down here into the used keywords. I'm sure you've experienced exactly what I did in the past, where you've got your Excel spreadsheet full of all your keywords, but you struggle keeping track of, as you're taking them out of the Excel spreadsheet and you're putting them over here into your listing, you lose track of which ones you've used and where you put them. And the problem becomes when you start moving things around, when you start trying to optimize that listing, and if something isn't necessarily performing that well, or it doesn't need to be in the title, and you move it somewhere else, you may even just move it into your back-end keywords, you lose track of where those words are going and if you've ever even used them. And what this allows you to do is to just very clearly see, did you use them or not? With this, it doesn't allow you to do that. You can't lose track of them. For example, if I go in here and I delete duffel, it adds it back up here again. You can see that I never used it. So when there's multiple keywords and they're in here, in the description, in all your various different back-end keywords and in your bullet points, it's very easy to lose track of those. But what this is going to do is just simply tell you, did you use them or not? And that really is powerful because you don't want to overlook any of these top ranking keywords. It has a ton of great features, and as I mentioned earlier, if you don't yet have your keyword list, there's multiple different ways of doing it because this is an entire suite of tools. But just for now, we're going to import one of our competitors' listings. So let's head over to Amazon. I'm just going into this just for example purposes. If you haven't seen my video where I was sourcing this, then I'll put a link in the description or a card at the top of the video. But this is just a follow-on, an example. I'm going to go down, grab the ASIN, take it back over here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to import the listing. So I put the ASIN in over here. Do I want to do it? Yes. So now, as you can see, I've imported in all of this. Now this is obviously from my previous listing, so I can delete this out. But what I'm really concerned about is importing this in. For example, if this duffel bag was the #1 selling duffel bag, I want to make sure that I'm using all the keywords that they're using to ensure that all the people that are currently searching out duffel bags and finding this listing and purchasing are going to now be finding my listing as well. So I want to make sure that I'm using the same as what they're using. If this is of interest to you, I'll leave a link in the description so you can go and check it out. Then once you have your listing completely fully optimized, you've made sure that you've got everything filled in exactly the same way that you want it. All of these would obviously be filled in. So as I would fill these in, they would be taking them from here, dropping them down into here, and obviously, you know, they would be in here as well. So once the listing is fully optimized, you can then export it out, and you simply just go get result, export as a TXT, or you can just copy it. But the easiest way is if you export it as a TXT, you've then got it as a separate file, and then you can go and cut and paste it over into your Seller Central back office. And if that still doesn't give you enough ideas on keywords, you can also head over to their Magnet 2 tool, which is over here. So if I type in duffel bag over here, it's then going to go and pull all the keywords associated to that. And what we're going to be able to do is to be able to sort them in exact phrase search volume. I actually did a separate video on this, and I'll link that as well, which is a much more in-depth explanation of this. But as you can see, it's gone off and it's found all the various different keywords based on the exact phrase search volume. And an interesting one here that I'm seeing as well is I typed in duffel bag DUFFEL and there's 29,000, yet DUFFLE is 82,000. So it's simple things like that, just from having a tool like this, is going to enable you to find another, what was that, 50,000 extra searches a month potentially. So now, having done this, you know that you've got the very highest search volume keywords, and also using the Scribbles tool, you're going to be able to make sure that your listing is maximally optimized to be using all of these, knowing that they are all included within the listing. If you've got any questions on this or on Scribbles, just drop them down in the comments. I'm always happy to help. Thanks for watching.